From a Maryland pastor's immigration scam to an elusive cryptojacking scheme that rocked cloud computing companies, get ready for a roller coaster of stories that will give you an insight into the workings and mindsets of criminal masterminds. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more intriguing stories from the world of cybercrime. Let's get started. What happens when you mix love, faith, and fraud? This is the story of a Maryland pastor who betrayed his congregation and the US immigration system. Joshua Shonubi wasn't your typical religious leader. As a pastor of New Life City Church, he held a position of trust, but behind the scenes, Joshua was running a twisted visa and marriage fraud scheme. Here is how it worked. Using his position as a respected pastor, Joshua recruited struggling US citizens from his church. He then connected them with foreign nationals who are seeking permanent residency in the US. When federal authorities figured out what was going on, they discovered over 60 dubious marriages, along with a staggering number of fraudulent documents, surpassing 100 in total. Joshua fabricated the entire thing. He created fake documents like rents and utility bills receipts to prove that the newly wedded couples lived together, even though that was farther from the truth. He even wrote letters on church letterhead, falsely claiming to have officiated these sham marriages. The documents were meticulously crafted to deceive immigration authorities, making it seem like the marriages were legitimate, thereby enabling him to acquire permanent residency and citizenships for his clients who trusted him to be doing the right thing. As the evidence mounted, Joshua's facade of righteousness began to crumble. The pastor's fraudulent activities broke the hearts of his loyal members who once looked up to him. Eventually, Joshua Shonubi faced the consequences of his actions. He was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison for conspiracy to commit visa and marriage fraud, along with an additional charge of aggravated identity theft. The verdict sent a strong message that no one, regardless of position or influence, is above the law. As Joshua Shonubi begins his term behind bars, the repercussions of his fraudulent activities continue to linger, as no one knows what will happen to the 60 fraudulent marriages. Will the marriages be nullified? Always be extra cautious about who you put your trust in, and remember, true love cannot be bought or sold. In the world of cryptocurrency trading, one name made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Avram Heisenberg, a 28-year-old trader who became the center of attention in the first ever US trial involving criminal charges tied to cryptocurrency manipulation. It all started on October 11, 2022, when Heisenberg's strategic trading led to a 1,300% spike in futures contracts within just 20 minutes. But what seemed like a brilliant trading strategy was soon revealed to be a fraudulent scheme. Avram Heisenberg, a self-proclaimed applied game theorist, operated under false identity, manipulating Mango's token, MNGO, and its contracts against the stablecoin USDC. Mango Markets, which lets people borrow, lend, and trade cryptocurrencies, was overseen by a decentralized autonomous organization, also known as DAO. Heisenberg's intricate plan involved pumping up MNGO prices, then borrowing against this inflated price. This made him to siphon off a staggering $110 million in cryptocurrencies, automatically making him a wealthy man. Days after his big heist, Heisenberg offered to return $67 million in crypto in exchange for DAO not pursuing him or freezing his remaining assets. When the heat was turned on, Heisenberg left Puerto Rico, where he was living, shortly after his Mango trades and flew to Israel. When he returned to Puerto Rico on December 26, 2022, US agents arrested him. He was remanded in jail ever since after a judge ruled he posed the risks of fleeing before trial. Heisenberg's defense team fought tooth and nail. They argued that he merely engaged in illegal trading strategy within the exchange's rules. On the other side, prosecutors maintained that Heisenberg's actions were fraudulent and manipulative, regardless of the platform's rules. In the end, the legal battle was eventually over. Heisenberg was found guilty on charges of commodities fraud, commodities manipulation, and wire fraud. Now, he is facing a potential 40-year sentence for his crimes. This case shows again the complexities and risks associated with decentralized finance. I have this feeling that as the crypto world evolves, stories like Heisenberg's will always reoccur in different shapes and forms, reminding us of the importance of transparency, accountability, and most importantly, staying on the legal side of life. Meet Charles O. Parks III, the mastermind behind a multi-million-dollar cryptojacking scheme that threw cloud computing companies into a state of financial ruin. So, this Charles guy, also known as CP3O, allegedly cooked up a scheme to steal millions of dollars worth of computing power from cloud service providers. Basically, imagine giant warehouses full of super powerful computers. That's the cloud. And CP3O figured out a way to sneak in and use these supercomputer services for free. With all this free computing power, CP3O started mining cryptocurrency, which is like digital money you can make with computers. We are talking about millions of dollars in cryptocurrency: Ether, Litecoin, Monero, you name it. But here's the twist: CP3O didn't want anyone to know what he was up to. He went all out to hide his tracks. He created fake accounts with cloud providers. He lied about what he was doing and even used special tricks to avoid being caught. He laundered his illicit gains through a complex network of cryptocurrency exchanges, bank accounts, and even ventured into the NFT marketplace. Then, he converted all the cryptocurrency into regular money and went on a spending spree. He bought fancy cars, expensive jewelry, basically anything you can imagine a man with millions of dollars can buy. This whole situation is a big example of something called cryptojacking, which I mentioned earlier. This is where criminals steal computing powers of their victim's computer to mine cryptocurrency. It's a growing problem as it can seriously slow down their victim's computer or even cost businesses a ton of money. The good news is that the feds are cracking down on cryptojacking. CP3O was eventually caught and is facing up to 30 years in jail. So, if you are thinking about getting rich quick with stolen crypto, think again. It's not worth the risk. Now, as Charles Parks faces the prospect of a lengthy prison sentence, we can't help but to wonder if there is still other sophisticated and more complicated cryptocurrency-related crimes waiting to happen. So, what can you do to protect your computer against cryptojacking? Be careful what websites you visit, watch out for suspicious apps, and keep your software up to date. If you ever suspect something fishy is going on with your computer, get help from a professional. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the dark side of cybersecurity. Whether it's immigration fraud, cryptocurrency manipulation, or cryptojacking schemes, these stories keep us aware of the complexities and risks we face in our modern world. Remember to stay vigilant, question what you see, and always prioritize security. The crypto world may be full of opportunities, but it is also filled with dangers. Please strive to stay on the right side of the law. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging contents. And as always, stay informed and stay safe.